something that needs a little bit of clarification. Other people have alluded to it, but it's really this simple. The whole of everything that's going wrong with the world, so to speak, if you want to say go wrong, or even things that go right with the world, is really due to the flow of cash, cold hard cash. Now, what is cash? Well, this is a problem that most people don't understand. Money is basically a piece of paper. That's it. But why do we have paper money? Well, it was supposed to be an IOU for your gold nuggets or silver nuggets or whatever. And way back in the day, the central banks, or the main, sovereign banks of a country would print money, but they would print money based upon how much gold they had in the bank. Because, if you wanted to buy a cow, maybe it was, 8 gold shillings at the time. Not too bad. I mean, you can carry that. But if you wanted to buy a house, it was maybe 153 gold shillings, which weighed about 25 pounds, which was a little heavy and would pull your pants down. So you say, okay, well, we have to have a better system. Okay, we still want to maintain the value of gold. Why is gold so valuable? Because it doesn't deteriorate. It's timeless. That's why it holds its values. Plus, nowadays, you can use it in electronics. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. You can make jewelry with it. It holds value. People believe in the perception of it holding value. Ancient times used gold as trade and barter. Gold was always, historically speaking, gold has always been a sign of major wealth. But to carry it around, it's heavy as hell. I mean, it's as dense as lead or denser than lead. I can't remember how dense, the difference in the densities, but it's probably more dense than lead. So, per size, it's just heavier. So with that, it's just one of those precious metals that people really want, but to carry it around is impractical. And gold bars are definitely impractical. You could hurt your back carrying around gold bars. Although I'd like to try because it'd be pretty well off. So they had to come up with a better system, and the better system was paper money, basically a banknote, IOU. And if you bring back a division of this, you will get so many gold shillings, or if you bring back so many of these pieces of paper, depending on how much money they print. If they print too much money, let's say you have $1, a $1 bill would buy you, which there are no $1 bills here in Canada, we have a loonie, but we'll hypothetically say everybody on the planet has a $1 bill. Okay? Now, if your dollar can buy one gold coin, just to, who cares, whatever you imagine your gold coin to be, that's your gold coin, $1 will buy that. Let's say we printed $2, but we only had one gold coin. Well, now that dollar becomes half its worth. So you actually need 4 of those dollars to be able to buy that one coin. You probably say, that doesn't make sense. Well, yes, it does. Because if you have $1, one piece of paper, you have even exchange. If you have one coin and 2 pieces of paper, both dollars are now only worth 50 cents instead of, and it just keeps going like that. So you need, because there's too many of these and not enough of these. This appears to go up in price, or this appears to go down in price, which that's what people don't understand about gold. It's not going up in price. It's the money currency is coming down. So you'll need 4 of these now to buy one of these, because this now has half its value. Okay? You probably say, yeah, but you should only have to have 2 of those. But no, because this is worth $1. Okay, you have $1. Okay, it's now worth half of that, which makes it 50 cents. Okay, so you have 2, you've got $1. The problem is because they're both at half, they're both only worth 50 cents. You get your dollar, but it's devaluing because people don't believe in it as much, so they'll go half again. And that's what's happening to our currency now. That might make sense, maybe it doesn't. You say, well, no, but if they're both worth 50 cents. Yeah, but people don't believe it's worth 50 cents anymore. It's like, okay, well, but then another currency might come in, and it might be $1, okay, and it will be worth that one coin. So now you have another dollar coming in from another country, okay, and it's worth more. So now this one will maybe take $5 because people are not believing in this one as much. Or, that's why, okay, well, at first, if it was measured just against the gold standard from itself, it was worth 50 cents, but people are now using this dollar. So this is going to now be worth 10 of these, or 10,000 pesos for a loaf of bread. You get what I'm saying? People lose faith in their dollar, it devalues it. Okay? And if they have nothing to back it with, it devalues it even more. So with that said, now what they do is they don't even back it against gold. It's fiat currency. Basically, it's based on nothing. The money in the bank is not even worth the money it's not even printed on. It's all digital currency. It's worth nothing. There's nothing to back for it. You cannot take $1 into an area of exchange to get your gold coins. You can't do that, or silver, or whatever it might be. So it just keeps devaluing. Right now, it takes about 1,300 some odd American dollars to buy 1 ounce of gold. But that price is really suppressed because they've manipulated. It's probably closer to probably $1,700 or $1,900 to buy 1 ounce of gold. Now, every time the economy crashes and the dollar and they print more and more money, or just the more and more money they print, it really works out that at some point gold is going to be so expensive it'll be priceless. You know, it might be $30,000 an ounce, $3 million an ounce, and then at that point, a loaf of bread will be something like $8 million, like, you know, kind of like what you see in Mexico. Right? And Venezuela is going. I mean, they've lost 85% of their currency value. I mean, you know, they took a hit of 50% overnight, and then like it's because people, you know, they don't believe in that currency anymore, so it's completely worthless now. People can't buy basic things, toiletries and stuff like that, and that's what's going on around the world. And yet, all the money that gets sucked up by these central bankers, these guys are laughing. Why? Because they have slaves. Money is not no value to them. It's the power and the slavery that is the value to them. To get people to do what they want for currency. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have a barter and trade system or a currency system. Currency system is a good idea as long as it's fairly regulated. The problem is with the central bankers, the bankers themselves are not regulated, and they've hijacked the people's resources through it. They've done all kinds of horrible things. Governments have been doing this. They've been hijacking people's resources rather than let people, is there one system that works better than that? Well, every system has its flaws, but as long as you understand what the slavery of money is, that's what keeps people from seeing their true potential. It also is what keeps people from, moving forward in life. It has its problems. Now, a lot of people say, well, just give up money. Well, you can't because of the paradigm we're in. You can't trade outside the paradigm with anything else, hardly at all. Although people are trying to see things like Bitcoin, which just took a big dive the other day. Some people are still trading in gold and silver. Countries are doing it where like Iran, they trade in gold and silver because, particularly gold and oil, that's what they trade in for their resources to get around sanctions. So, wealth and value could be measured in different ways. True value, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Now that's true value. But the evils of the slavery is that it makes you do things. I guess the root of all evil is literally money. But I think it's the money changers that really are the root of all evil. The money's nor good nor bad, whether you believe it or not. For example, if somebody were to offer you $100 in American money, you would probably take it. If somebody offered you 100 pesos, you'd probably say, what am I going to do with this? Oh, maybe I'll hang it on my wall. It's of no value to you. So why is one currency worth more than another? That's a lot of people don't understand. Why is there so much unrest and collapse in Greece, Spain, Italy, and all those places over in Europe? It's because their dollar is slave to one system that they can't afford, the euro, which is its own currency. So in order to buy, a Spanish dollar in comparison to the euro money, well, it's not worth as much. And the problem with being on the euro is all these independent countries, if they don't produce enough, or if they have too corrupt central bankers or too corrupt, basically your dollar, you can't devalue your dollar, so you default because you're not making enough of them. So that's the root of the evil. So hopefully I explained it fairly well. Some people might say, well, except for at the beginning with the 50 cent thing, because you have to understand once your dollar starts dividing down. Going back to that one piece of gold, okay, it's worth $1, now it's worth 50 cents, but people don't quite believe it's worth 50 cents, so now it's worth only a quarter. That's what you're seeing in a lot of these other countries. So belief system is the number one factor in currency. Yeah. If people tomorrow all of a sudden said, you know what the medium of exchange is going to be from here on out? Marbles. Big marbles are worth like $10 value. Small marbles are worth, say, $5 value. And those really pretty marbly marbles are worth like 10 times that, or 50 gold nuggets. But if you say that's ridiculous. But if that's what people believed, that's what would happen. That's the slavery of money, is the belief system in it. Same with gold. Like for example, if you're starving to death, what's going to a big bar of gold like this? Okay, there's no more supermarkets or stores to buy money or to buy food in, or a nice big hamburger sandwich. What's going to value? You're going to value the hamburger sandwich. Right in today's paradigm, the hamburger sandwich versus a big bar of gold, people will take the big bar of gold, you know what I mean? Same with big lump of cash, whatever. So that's the thing, when you understand what values of things are based upon perception. And that's why we went to a monetary system, was because during the caveman days, when a caveman wanted to trade a chisel for a wheel, it was, okay, well, you need 4 wheels and 2 cows to buy that chisel. So, no, this chisel's worth 8 cows and 4 wheels. What are you talking about? So they had to come up with a medium of exchange, and that became, your paper monies. And there was all kinds of currencies, sticks and money with holes in it that you put on a string, special types of rocks. If you look at the history of currencies throughout time, I mean, there was all kinds of things that would trade. Some people would trade goats. Some people would trade, rare gems and metals. Some people would, just, I got a lump load of coal or steel or whatever, trading for barter and trade. So, but it was just the paper money made things in denominations that were easy, divisible by 5s and 10s. You know what I'm saying? 1s, 2s, 5s, and 10s. So that's what made life easy. But however, people that learned how to manipulate that system have got us in a bunch now, don't they? So anyway, I'll leave it at that. So rate, subscribe, share, comment, like. There we go. Okay, the illusion of money. I think this is something that needs a little bit of clarification. Other people have alluded to it, but it's really this simple. The whole of everything that's going wrong with the world, so to speak, if you want to say go wrong, or even things that go right with the world, is really due to the flow of cash, cold hard cash. Now, what is cash? Well, this is the problem that most people don't understand. Money is basically a piece of paper. That's it. But why do we have paper money? Well, it was supposed to be an IOU for your gold nuggets or silver nuggets or whatever. And way back in the day, the central banks, or the main, sovereign banks of a country would print money, but they would print money based upon how much gold they had in the bank. Because, if you wanted to buy a cow, maybe it was, 8 gold shillings at the time. Not too bad. I mean, you can carry that. But if you wanted to buy a house, it was maybe 153 gold shillings, which weighed about 25 pounds, which was a little heavy and would pull your pants down. So you say, okay, well, we have to have a better system. Okay, we still want to maintain the value of gold. Why is gold so valuable? Because it doesn't deteriorate. It's timeless. That's why it holds its values. Plus, nowadays, you can use it in electronics. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. You make jewelry with it. It holds value. People believe in the perception of it holding value. Ancient times used gold as trade and barter. Gold was always, historically speaking, gold has always been a sign of major wealth. But to carry it around, it's heavy as hell. I mean, it's as dense as lead or denser than lead. I can't remember how dense the difference in the densities, but it's probably more dense.